Have you ever really stopped to think about the secret journey your favorite snack took just to get to you? I mean, it's this invisible story of logistics, of strategy, and all these partnerships happening all around us every single day. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and decode the marketing magic that makes it all happen.
No, really, think about it for a second. That bag of chips you're munching on right now, it didn't just magically appear on the shelf. That thing is a seasoned traveler. It's navigated this whole complex labyrinth of trucks and warehouses and some pretty high-stakes decisions. So let's map out that whole adventure together. Okay, let's imagine something. You've done it. You've created the most incredible, mind-blowing chocolate bar on the entire planet. But now you're standing in your kitchen, surrounded by a mountain of this deliciousness, and your customers are, well, everywhere else. How in the world do you get your amazing chocolate into their hands? And that right there, that is the fundamental marketing puzzle we call place.
And the answer to that puzzle? Well, marketers have a simple name for it, place. But don't let that one little word fool you. It is so much more than just a spot on a map. You should think of it like a finely tuned orchestra, where every single instrument, every truck, every warehouse, every single store has to play its part perfectly to deliver that final performance. And that performance is getting your chocolate bar to the right person at the exact right moment.
Here's the catch, though. You can't possibly conquer this journey all by yourself. You need a crew. You need experts, a whole network of allies. In the marketing world, we call this a marketing channel. And you can think of it as the superhighway that connects your product from your kitchen to, well, the rest of the world.
So who are these experts driving on your superhighway? We call them intermediaries. Picture them as your expert guides on a massive expedition. They know the terrain, they know all the shortcuts, they know where the dangers are, and they know the absolute best way to get you and your product to the summit, which of course is your customer.
And why are these guides so absolutely critical? Well, without them, it's just chaos. It's you trying to deal with thousands of different stores all by yourself. But with them, everything becomes streamlined and efficient. They reduce all those points of contact. They can handle storage so you don't have to. They create these amazing product assortments for customers. And, this is a big one, they feed you back crucial info about what's happening in the market. They're not just middlemen, they're really the master conductors of your supply chain.
Okay, so let's break down two of the big players here because they're really different. On one hand, you've got wholesalers. Think of them as investors. They actually buy your product from you. They take ownership, which means they're taking on the risk, hoping for a reward. Then you have agents and brokers. They're more like real estate agents for your chocolate. They don't buy it themselves. They're just expert matchmakers who find the right buyer and then they take a commission for making that connection happen.
And now, we get to the final stop on our journey, the one we all know best, the retailer. This is where the magic happens, right? The retailer is the face of your brand. They are the final handshake that delivers your awesome creation to the customer. They are, without a doubt, the ultimate gatekeepers.
All right, so you've got your team of guides. Now it's time to choose your path. And this is a huge decision that's going to define your whole brand. Are you going to be the everyday hero available on every street corner? Or are you going to be more like the exclusive, hidden treasure that people have to seek out?
If you want maximum total market domination, you go with an intensive strategy. I mean, think about a brand like Coca-Cola. You can find it pretty much anywhere on the planet. The goal here is just to be everywhere, to be so present that grabbing your product becomes a reflex, not even a conscious choice.
But hey, maybe everywhere isn't really your brand's vibe. For a more curated, more premium experience, you'd go for a selective strategy. Here, you're not just trying to be in every store, you're looking for the right stores, the right partners who really get your brand's DNA. It is all about quality over quantity.
And then you've got the very pinnacle of prestige, exclusive distribution. This is like the velvet rope of marketing, for sure. By making your product a rare find, available in just one or two select places, you create this intense feeling of desire and status. Suddenly, it's not just about the product anymore. It's about the thrill of the hunt.
So, you've chosen your path, you've picked your partners. But how do you keep everybody moving in the same direction? How do you stop this whole journey from turning into a chaotic free-for-all? Well, the answer is a really powerful concept called a vertical marketing system. And there are basically three main ways to build this unified team. First, you've got the corporate system. This is where one company owns the whole process, from the factory all the way to the store. Then there's the administered system. This is where a really big, powerful player, like a giant retailer, is the one calling the shots and uses its influence to get everyone else to work together. And finally,
You have the contractual system, which is kind of like a team of independent businesses who all sign a contract agreeing to play by the same rules. Think franchises. And for a perfect real-world example of that corporate system, look no further than Firestone. They don't just make the tires, they own the service centers that sell and install them. They control that entire journey, from a pile of rubber all the way to your car hitting the road. That's some serious power. Okay, so we've talked about the who, our partners, and the what, our strategy. Now let's get down to the how. We're talking about the nuts and bolts, the nitty-gritty of physically moving our chocolate bar from point A to point B. Welcome to the world of logistics.
You know, at the very heart of all logistics is this one constant, crucial balancing act. As a customer, you and I, we love the thrill of getting something delivered the next day, or even the same day, right? But for the business, that incredible speed comes at a really steep price. So the whole game is about finding that sweet spot, between making customers happy and not breaking the bank.
So how do you actually choose your ride? A truck? A train? A plane? It's not as simple as just picking the fastest or the cheapest. You've got to juggle all 6 of these key factors at once. Cost, speed, where it can actually go, how reliable it is. It's a high-stakes puzzle with a lot of moving parts, literally.
And just like that, our product's secret journey is complete. So the next time you walk into a store, any store, I want you to look around with new eyes. Every single thing on every single shelf has a story, a journey it took to get there. And now that you know the secret language of place, what stories are you going to see?